Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. Really do. There ain't very many people in here at the moment, but hopefully this crazy machine will start working in a minute. But since we are talking about this crazy machine and what it's doing these days, what does everybody know about what's going on? I'm being honest. What in the hell is really going on? Does anybody know? Because I sure am disappointed in the things that I don't know. And that's a fact. There's some crazy stuff going on. Everybody knows that something crazy is going on. There's not a whole lot that any of us can do about all the crazy things that are going on, except talk about it, listen to it, be upset, cry and whine, everything else that's going on. I mean, we all know that all of this propaganda is just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, ain't it? And all of it you think's going one way or the other, and it really ain't. It's all in about taking your freedoms away from you. And that's an absolute fact, and there ain't nothing I can do about it to help you or to change it, except to tell you that we're in a world of hurt. We're definitely in a world of hurt. And how are we going to fix it? I don't know. I really don't. I used to know, thought I knew, but no one wanted to go along with the way to fix the problem. But I also know that at that same time that I first started talking about our rights of being free and being free individuals and how to fix our issues that we had, uh, just wasn't going to happen in the manner, shit, in the manner in which we wanted it to work. You know, just wasn't going to work because people didn't know before this great big uh, crazy horse land that we got going on. And y'all know what I mean. This absolute horse land is going on right now. So it is what it is. And it's going to stay this way until us, the people, get ready to stand up and say hello. Hello from Michigan. Hello, sweet. Or, I can't tell. Got sunglasses on, can't hardly read. But anyway, hello. I wish we had more people in here than this, but hey. People just doesn't get my feed. I can put my feed out. This is a test for everybody. Y'all know that Dutch was talking about something the other day on this channel and what they were doing to him about Homeland Security, this, that, and another. I mean, y'all, the ones of you that listen to Dutch, y'all heard all that, right? Well, I don't have quite that same issue. I got one a little bit bigger than that one. And it's been going on quite a while. The same people that keep screwing with me are screwing with him. But me and him both know that. But the ones of you out there that don't know, there's on here, there is a, in the description on this video, at the very bottom, it says, Alexa track rating archived at the very bottom on this page right now. If you go down there and you click on that and you open it up, it'll show you a page that says globally 91,111. In the United States was 21,181. Now that's no joke. That's absolutely a fact, guaranteed. Let's see if I can't get that to show up. I'll see if I can't get it to show up. See if this works. It's not the one I wanted. Try this one. Hope that ain't it. Hold on. I think it's this one. Okay, let's see. Huh. Guess not. Guess we'll have to do with this one. And move me out of the way somehow. Put it at the top. Okay, I'm gonna disappear for a minute. But anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, y'all see that, right? That's my that's Alexa. That's an Alexa rating. My website was probably worth $150,000, $200,000 at that particular time. No joke. If you search my name now on Alexa, it says 0. 0. It does. It says 0. There's no. It says I have no Alexa rating. No joke. And the people that have been crucifying me, one of them, trying to crucify me, whatever, whoever the hell it is, doesn't matter. I don't really care. But I'm bringing it to your point for a reason. I want y'all to start searching my name, TATOOTT1009. Thatway.com is my website. YouTube, you might have to search it several different ways. But you see what I'm saying. But right here, this is the video that you're on, all you guys are on right now. If you scroll down, let's see if it's showing up now. Yeah, this one right here. See, well, it's not showing all of that. Why? I don't know. Shrink it a little bit. I don't know why that's. There we go. There we go. All right. But anyway, right here, this one right here, okay? You can click there and go to that link for yourself. And that's an archived photo of my Alexa rating a few years ago. And now it absolutely sucks. I'm being honest, it sucks. I don't even think the website has a worth to it anymore, which I don't care. I wasn't never doing this for money or fame anyway. But the point of the feature of it is this, is what I'm trying to show y'all, is these people are, whoever these people are, all of these people, don't want you to know the truth about who, what, when, or where you are. They don't want you to know that you're a Republican. And that's a fact. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts about it. They don't want you to know that you're a Republican. And that's just absolute fact. I wish they wasn't like that, but they are. And I wish we could do something about it. Because if we don't do something about this soon, we might be in a war that we can't stop. And all the people across the world that's already had all of them things up here in your arm, you know what I mean? You know, the ones up here in your arm. You know what that is, right? Everybody knows what everything up here in the arm is. You know, the world's craziest stuff that's ever happened in our whole history of us being a country, right? I can't say those words. Y'all know that. I can't even show you the truth about those things anymore. Y'all know that too. I wish I could, but I can't. They won't let me. Y'all know that. That's just like, let me go over here. Let's see. Okay, it's a good thing I went over here. You gotta see. All right, now let's move this over to the side. Do y'all see what this is right here? You see this? Look up here at the top, up here with the numbers. It's off. It says I'm offline down here in the bottom. You see that? All over again, but it says live here, offline. Let's see if it'll refresh. Look, I'm offline. This thing has kicked me off 3 times today. It's off. I can't fix it from this location. The only way I can fix it is to go in another spot, because I did a lot of changing over the last few months, and I thought it was going to work just fine, but it has been working just fine. But the video that's been playing on here, they don't want you to see. They don't want nobody to see it. That's why my subscriber base has dropped to 6. My followers have dropped almost 50 followers, but the numbers keep going up. But they just don't want you to see the video that's playing on there. They don't want you to hear all of those people that are telling you the things that I can't tell you on YouTube. And these people here don't want you to know about it either. I'm not joking. And I'm not the only one that keeps getting kicked off. You see who this is, right? He might come back on. Yeah, he came on. But you see, they cut it off and make you think that you're not there no more. That's no joke. I'm not kidding. They slapping people around. That's just like I just put up 3 comments over here and nobody's commenting on Dutch's page. Which that's okay, because they ain't pushed it up. That means they're advertising us going live right now, which is good. I'm okay with that. You see what I'm saying? But what's going on, man? What they are doing to our websites and our pages is just absolutely asinine. It really is. They've gone completely out there, off board and off round, and you name it, they're doing it to everybody. They don't care who you are, what you're doing. It's like this. They scream democracy every day, right? Don't they? Every day. Pelosi, Biden, you name all of those clowns. All of them. Every Congress, every senator, you name it. Joe Rogan, Mark Dice, all of these people. Alex Jones will do it. All of these people keep screaming democracy. When that saying that's in yellow at the top, just above my head right here in this video, says, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are not a democracy. We often hear the claims that our nation is a democracy. That was not the vision of our forefathers. They saw democracy as another form of tyranny. That's a hell of a statement right there. Now, do you understand why they don't like me? Because I've been telling y'all about the Act of 1871. And you know what the Act of 1871 is? It actually really turns your country into a damn democracy. It does. But are you a democracy? You see what that saying is. Do you know why they don't let you? They trying to get our kids not to say that anymore in school. I'm being honest. Do you know? You don't know. Most of you don't take this offensively, but it's the truth. Most of you didn't even know that we were a republic. You thought we were a democracy. You know how I know that? My uncle got mad as hell at me. He fought in World War II. He did. Got mad as hell at me. Said I fought for democracy. But all he watched on TV, no joke, all day long, him and my dad both, they would get together before my dad died, and they would sit down and they would watch Fox News and ABC and NBC, all of them damn news stations, every one of them. You know, you could on the cable channels. It used to just run all the time. It still does. But we all know now that the news is bull crap, right? Don't we? Do you believe anything that the mainstream media tells you anymore? I'm being honest, because I don't. I haven't believed them in over 7 years now. I never thought that our media would get this bad. But not only did they get bad, they got worse. That's no joke. They got worse. And where are we at now? We in the dark. That's a fact. We're in the dark. Most people know that, but some don't, do they? We're in here. I'm in here. We got 10, 11 people in here. And you know, I wish we had 200, 300, maybe 5, 6. I mean, Dutch Sense can come on here and get 5,000 people. No joke. Monograph could come on here. He gets 500, 600. Sometimes it goes up to 15, 1600. But they got me so blocked. This is no joke. They've got me so blocked. And when I do talk, they kick y'all offline. That's discouraging to people. And I start rendering and buffering and it don't work and they kick you off. It kicks you off. Hadn't it? Has it not? Has anybody in here not been kicked off today? Well, nobody here now. There ain't nobody talking. Okay. Well, my point of it is this. Do you love your country? Do you love if you're an American, do you love this country? You know what the best help that you can do for this country is? Do you? I'll tell you. Best thing you can do. Every time you hear a media person, if they're doing something in front of you and they actually say democracy, you need to slap them to the ground. Punch them in the nose or knock them out. Hit them with a baseball. I don't care what you do. Because what they're doing is unconstitutional. Do you understand? It's unconstitutional. What they're doing is really fraud. They're defrauding the people. The media is defrauding the people. The Congress, the Senate, all of them are and the best thing for you to do right now is to find the every person that's in office, like Nancy Pelosi and all of those people, every one of them that's been in Congress and the Senate all of these years, every one need to be voted out. They need to be voted out. You know why them people are still in office and why they've been in office for so long? It ain't because the people ain't voting. It's because it's rigged. Y'all have already seen that, hadn't you? Hadn't y'all already seen that? Yeah, you've seen that. You've seen it firsthand on who won and who didn't. Didn't you? You saw. There's no joke about that. You saw who's there, who ain't, who was and who wasn't. Ain't that a fact? And, you know, all of those guys that's supposed to be on our side, like Joe Rogan, Mark Dice, there's many, many more. Uh, I'm just naming some of the two biggest ones uh, that scream democracy. I'm sorry, that's wrong. They shouldn't be doing that. If they want to really free our country and they're not in it just to make money, because we already know that Joe Rogan got a big jump to go over there on Studified, or wherever the hell it is, for a bunch of money. And it's okay, but if you're a sellout, and I really mean a sellout, but see now, he might have been a sellout at the beginning, but when it come to this uh, getting sick thing, he took what he thought was the right thing. Cause see, he really knows the truth. He does. So does so does Mark Dice. So does Alex Jones. So does your ex-president. So does your president you got right. Well, let me rephrase that. The one we have right now probably don't know where he's even at, so we can't include him. But Pelosi, when she ain't drunk, she knows. Everybody in Congress and the Senate, every attorney knows all of this. They all know it. They're or supposed to know it. But the ones that keep screaming democracy throughout this whole world are wrong and they're out of bounds. And I want you said you never voted for a Democrat here in California. Okay, well that's fine, but I want you to understand I'm not talking about Democrats now. I am talking about democracy. There's a difference between Democrat and democracy. Okay, our government form is a republic, a democratic republic, and it doesn't mean that we're Democrats and Republicans. That really don't. That was just a way to build a bridge. Okay, and what happens with that bridge is you got Democrats and you got Republicans, and they fight against each other all the time, right? They just are bickering back and forth and back and forth. But when the people see the truth, like what's been going on, the Democrats and the Republicans lean over like that. You know why? Because you pushed them. You pushed them into a pyramid, and in that pyramid, they're stronger. They're not going to fall. You understand? They're not going to fall after that. When they lean up against each other, they really making you. They still playing that game behind the fences like Pelosi. Oh, the Republicans, the Republicans, the Republicans. Blah, 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 January 6th. Really? That's just like the man that supposedly killed the the female veteran at the January 6th. In my opinion, that wasn't the man that actually pulled the trigger. He didn't look nothing like that man, not even a little bit. I got the video. The video is up in many places. And it's crazy. They trying to crucify a black man for killing a white woman. Does that sound racial to y'all? No, it doesn't sound racial. It sounds like they're trying to create a race war, is what that sounds like to me. Like all of the other crap that they've been doing and all of the other things that they've been telling us for all these years that racism, racism. Really? No. There is no racism. There shouldn't be no racism because in this country, in 1619, that's when it started. I think it was 1653 or something to that effect. You can go to my webpage and look at it. And it'll tell you when the first black man was to own a slave. And he was the first one to own a slave in this country. And you know what else is really strange? This wasn't even a country then. The United States was not even a country then. We were under colonial rule then. Did y'all know that? Colonial. Colonial meaning under the crown, English crown. That's right. We still had not become a country. That didn't happen until 1776, right? When we formed our republic. And Benjamin Franklin said, if we can keep it. See how screwed up our government has become and twisted and mangled our lives to think that we are something that we really aren't. And money and power, you're exactly right, has something to do with all of it. That's just like this roll up your sleever with Bill Gates. Y'all already know that that man is one of the ones that only wants 500 million people in the whole world. There's several of them, but he's one of them. He owns stock in, I know, 14 pharmaceuticals that he's majority holder in the stock. So that means he pretty much runs it. You understand? They do what they are told to do by him. Now, you got 14 of them, and 3 of them got, what is it, 3 now that's got, let's see, Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson, right? Now, I'm worried about saying them words, but the fact of the matter is, he owns stock in all of them. And when people go to the hospital right now, a lot of them haven't made it. And they were dying of the flu, pretty much, a lot of them. Because last year, well, what's this, 22, but in 2020, we had 1,800, I think, and 22 people died of flu. The flu. We're talking about just the regular old flu. Which now, I'm saying the flu, that's all I'm going to say. But it really has another name. Okay? But everybody else died in a big, famous, ugly word. You know what I mean? But the people that died of the big, common, everyday word that's common these days, those people, I mean, they died, and I'll be honest with you, I had it, and I know how bad it is. But I also know if you get the right stuff, and it don't have to be, them 2 medicines, one of them the president took, the other one that Joe Rogan took. It don't have to be them. It's just you get medicine. See, they've been holding. Have you ever noticed how when you go to the doctor anymore, you go to the doctor and you got this, that, and another, and they tell you, "Oh, you're about over it now. I'm not going to give you anything." And if they were to give you something, it'd be maybe moxicillin or penicillin, and that's about it. They don't want to give you that because people are getting immune to it. You do know that that's absolute bullshit, right? They don't want you to take it because they don't want to cure you. They don't want to be healed. They don't want you to be healed. That's why all those people in the, hospital, a lot of them were on the same program of making money. So they could use them people's names or those people as, number counts where they got money. You understand? In other words, they got paid, say on their, the D certificate. You know what I mean? The D certificate, where you go to lunch and you don't come back out to lunch. Well, you know what I mean. They was putting that on the certificate, whether you did or you didn't. A lot of them, there's a couple of them that had motorcycle wrecks or car wrecks, and that was still on their D certificate. You know what I mean? There is a we have a lot of doctors right now that see what's really happening and they come out against this stuff. But there's still some of them out there that work for certain hospital organizations like Baptist uh, or some St. Luke's or all of these different type hospitals. Okay, there's I don't know how many different name brands, but they're all into the same thing, and they're all into what? They're all into what? What is this? Money, 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 money. That's all it is. Just plain old ass money. And we, the people, had to put up with their money, 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 money. And what they've done to our country in the last since the very end of 2019 to right now, and it's still going on. They're destroying our country. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. They are talking so much about, well, Biden. He's come out. I'm sorry to hear that, but if he is, you need to go find him a doctor that'll cure him with the right stuff. Depending on how old he is, if he's in the hospital right now, you need to find some way to get him some medicine, real medicine, and get him the hell out of the hospital. And if he's on a ventilator, do not let them put him on a ventilator. Is he on a ventilator? Do not let them put him on a ventilator. They will kill him. I promise. Some way, whatever you can do to get him out of that hospital, you need to do it. And try to give him the right medicine. Uh, I'm sorry to hear that too, by the way. Uh, I know many people that have gotten the you know what, and there's some of them that uh, are still not having any problems, and they may not never have none. But there's been a bunch of them that I know that's taken it. It's had all kinds of problems, and I know this firsthand because my better half just had her gallbladder taken out, and that's a big thing that's been happening to people since they gotten it. Is gallbladder problems, heart problems, and all of that. And I'm not joking. You're right. That medicine that they're giving people in the hospital is shutting their kidneys down. Their lungs fill up with fluid, and they give them more and more oxygen with the ventilator, and they get oxygen poison, and it kills them, and they die. And I didn't mean to say that so bluntly, but that's the facts we heard. I can't. I can't. It's just one of those things. And yeah, I seen your message. Yeah, yes, I can't. I can't say that, but yeah, I agree 100%. That's one of them, or the other one. There's another one, chloroquine. That's another one. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you. An inhaler with steroids in it. That's one of the best things you can do right now. I can tell you that right now. How old is your father? Yeah, that's another good. There's something else, vitamin D, plenty of it, lots of it. As much as you can get in them is good. But it's always been good for everybody. Vitamin C, uh, big time as well. As much of it as you can get in you. Vitamin C is a good thing for you too. Oh, speaking of that, speaking of fast food, y'all got to listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow your mind. Speaking of fast food, someone just mentioned it. And I got to say it. There was a man that lived 2 houses down from me. He had had a stroke, and the only way he could get around and do anything was on his 3-wheel bicycle. He pedaled it. He couldn't walk very good, but he pedaled. Listen to this. This is gonna freak y'all out. It freaked me out. About 3 months ago, he went missing. We hadn't seen him. Okay, hadn't seen him. Worried about him. Called a wellness thing in for him to see what was going on, and they didn't know. The ones that come out didn't know nothing. But around the same time that he went missing, we found out. After I found out what I'm fixing to tell you is, he was he was on his bicycle, and I think he got hit up there on the highway, crossing the highway to go to Walmart. He went to Walmart every day, and to go to get him a hamburger. Okay. Now this is what there was a guy over there, and I went over to the house, and I asked him about the old man. I says, "Aren't you his son?" He says, "Oh no." He says, "I work for this company. They bought the house." And I says, "Really? They bought the house?" And he told me about him a little. I told him about him a little bit, and I says, "We don't know where he went, and I just thought you might be him." He says, "I don't know," but he says, I seen there's the strangest thing that's in his house right now that just blew me away. He said, "I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my whole life." Now, there's nobody been in this house. Now, listen to me. Nobody's been in this house for 3 months. Okay? He brought me in the house. He took me to his bedroom. His furniture was all there. Everything was still in the garage except for his 3-wheel bicycle. And the house had not been done nothing to yet. Okay, these people just bought it, and they were setting it up to clean it up, remodel it, this, that, and another. So he took me back there to the bedroom, and there was a stack of food. Well, I can't really show you. It was. Let me measure from the ground. I mean, I know how high it was actually, but I got a tape measure right here. It was about 47 inches tall. 47 inches tall from the ground, all the way up right beside his bed. Now, it had chocolate chip cookies, but now they were in a bag that, how they knew the chocolate chip bags now with that little plastic thing with the tinfoil and it sticks back to itself. Well, that was okay, but all of the boxes were on the floor, and the hamburgers, I'm talking about McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, and I don't know who else. There was shitloads of hamburgers, okay? All of them were unwrapped and had at least 1 or 2 bites. Some of them were half eaten or 3/4 eaten, and the rest of it, they were all stacked up over there in the corner, not finished. But you know what was odd about all of that? Is the sandwiches turned green from mold, but there wasn't one, not one. What happens to a dead body, a dead animal, or anything like that? What happens to it? Doesn't it fill up with maggots? It does, don't it? Well, there wasn't no maggots. It's been 3 months. 3 months. You could still see the hamburger. It had hamburger meat That tells you what's in fast food hamburgers. If the maggots won't eat it, maybe we shouldn't eat it. Does that make any sense to y'all? Hey, I'm just telling you what I saw firsthand out of my own eye. I could not believe it. If you don't believe me, go buy you a hamburger and sit it on your counter and leave it there for a month and see if anything happens. Or put it in your garage. Don't leave it in your house. Go, take it out and put it on your counter in the garage or something. Something that's sealed up where the animals can't get to it and eat it. Because you don't want a dog to eat it after it's turned green. You know what I mean? But that was the craziest thing that I have ever seen in my whole entire life. No, I couldn't believe it. Me and that guy stood there and talked for another hour after that, trying to figure out why it didn't have nothing in it. He says, I don't think I'm ever going to eat another fast food hamburger as long as I live. And since I noticed that it was definitely in McDonald's, I had already quit going to McDonald's because of their dates and mans and all that. So I'd already quit going, but I won't go no more. I mean, back in the day, I used to know that they would treat their chicken with pneumonia to wash it, and they would grind it up, clean it, be kind of old, and they clean it with pneumonia and wash it real good, and then put some flavoring in it and make chicken nuggets out of it. That's no joke. They really did that back in the day. It ain't been too long ago they did that, but you know how it is. But yet, we've been in here what? How long we been in here now? Y'all know? 42 minutes. We've been live 42 minutes and we got 15 people watching. Thank y'all for being here. I do want to say thank you for being here. And please, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so maybe you'll get the feed. And if you don't get the feed, save the link to my channel so you can come back to see if I put anything else up. And I'm not joking. They really, well, let's put it this way. I was searching my own website. That's TATOOTT1009.com. Okay. I was searching that to see if I could find it, which on Google I can't find it, but on Bing and DuckDuckGo, or DuckDuckGo, I could find it. Barely, but I found it. Okay. But not on Google. And I said, what the heck? And then that night, about 2 hours later, guess what happened? You're going to freak out when I tell you. You're not even going to believe me when I tell you what happened. I got an update. Every time I search, and this is the second time this has happened, every time I search my own name for my website, the next day or that afternoon or that night, I'll get a thing to update my computer. And you can't cut that crap off. You can't cut it off on this new Windows 10. You just cannot cut it off. And who owns that company? Wasn't we just talking about that freak? So he owns all the farmland. No, let me rephrase that. Not all. He owns more farmland than anybody else in our country. And he owns stock in over 14 roll-up receiver companies. And he owns one of the biggest outfits on, the computer and the internet, Windows. It couldn't happen to a nicer fella, could it? His wife, him, and Fauci, and several other of those people, they need to take a long lunch break and maybe not come back from them. be taken out to lunch. You know what I mean? And be out there for a long time. Um, I just, our country's gone to hell because of this. Well, actually, it ain't just our country. Our whole damn world has gone to hell right now. And it's going to get worse, way worse. Sorry to tell y'all that, but it's it's not good, folks. It's not good. And that young lady that told me that her dad was 76, sweetheart, you better. I, I want you to tell you to go down there, and I don't know where he's at or where y'all are at, but if you're in California, you, I don't know where you're at, but if I was you, I would go get me an attorney and I'd make them give him those medicines and stop giving him that crap that one of these fellas in here was talking about a few minutes ago about the stuff that they given to give people. The one that makes your the kidney failure medicine, which they were giving that to all the kids in Africa um, for treating them for Ebola. No joke. That's the same medicine they giving people over here, and those kids over there were dying from kidney failure. Ain't that strange? Yeah, I know that's another word you can't talk about. Did you know that? Too much? That is live or in person, but the uh, the uh, the 5-7, we'll just call it that. The 5-7, yeah, you know what that is. Uh, that's crazy. Um, 2.4 gigs cooks you 1,500 watts will in a in a in a room. If you had 4 antennas and you had 1,500 watts, that's all you need. You co-phased all four of those antennas to point in one direction. Like in an X. You got one in each corner, and they're all pointing to a center point in the middle of the room. And you was to sit in the middle of that room, you wouldn't even know it until you were dying, till you died, that you were being cooked from the inside. Did you know that? So the 5-7, which you were talking about, that one there was no joke. No joke. That one there, they say don't go through your body. That's not entirely true. It works on your DNA, believe it or not. It will cut your DNA. It'll force its way right into your DNA. And that's no joke. Yeah, I know. They're going to keep on with all of these different gigs. Go up. They actually go from 2.4 gig all the way up to 95 gig now. And all of them either cook you from the inside out or from the outside back in. That's no joke. It changes its direction of whichever way it wants to go. And they're only supposed to put so much wattage out on these things, but as you can tell, um, some of you can, that's not entirely true because a lot of things will happen. There's two things you don't do. You don't move anywhere close to a cell tower of any kind. One of them big towers, just a radio antenna tower, like for AM, FM radio, that transmits radio to your car. You don't need to be nowhere near one of those. and you don't need to be nowhere near a cell tower that's one of them, all them antennas on it. You don't want to be nowhere near that. And you don't want to live underneath or close at least, listen to me, at least 2,000 yards away from a high voltage power line. Because if you live close, like within 100 feet, the tower is kind of runs through your property. You bought it, the towers run through your property, and you didn't know it. And you got your house practically up underneath it, not even knowing it. Okay? Which you've seen many a shots. I've made videos on that and showed you how close the power line is. Those people most likely are going to have some kind of cancer because of that. High voltage power lines can cause leukemia, brain cancer, all of that. And I'm not joking to y'all about that, because back in 1976 or 78, I don't remember, it's one of those right in that area, they had a big deal about a school building their school close to a high voltage power line. Their playground and part of the school was up underneath. They did it because they were running fluorescent lights. So fluorescent light bulbs would light up because of the high voltage power lines. The radio signal was coming out and would light the bulb. Okay, and that's no joke. It really does it. It really happens. Some of you know this already. Some of you don't. But it really does. It really can. You can take an 8-foot fluorescent light bulb and take it and hold it up in the air, and the damn thing will light up. Okay, and it's a proven fact. I've seen it done myself. I've done it myself just to show other people because they think I'm lying. And it really does happen. I probably should go do it again, but it's really against the law to do that, because they don't want you to do that, because that's stealing electricity. But don't live next to a tower. If you do, move. Don't live close to a high voltage power line. If you do, move immediately as fast as possible. A cell tower, move immediately as soon as you can. And I'm not joking. You don't want to live near none of the three of those things. They're very bad and very dangerous to you. And whatever you do, for God's sakes, them damn wireless ear plugs that you're putting in your ears, go back to wires. I know they're very inconvenient, but you're going to lose your hearing, and you may lose some of your brain. Okay? I'm just telling you what's up. Wireless stuff is not good for you. It's not. It's just not good for you. Your cell phone is not. Look. You see this? Y'all see my phone right here, right? Do not take this phone and put it right here. Don't put it up here. Don't put it up. And when I say up here, I'm talking about how most people do. They take their phone and they what? They take their phone and put it right in their ear, right? You see where my hand is? You know why? Because the phone itself, underneath legal in here under legal, it says keep the phone at least that far away from you. It says it right in the phone. No joke. That's a fact. But yet they make earplugs and you're putting them in your ears and they do the same damn thing. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you now? So why, if you can't put your phone up to your ear and hear it, like if you're like me, you can't hear it unless you do that. So I have to put mine on speakerphone. And people don't like to hear it because you know how it makes funky noises and all that bull crap. I don't care. They don't understand me, call me again another day. Unless I got my earphones in. Now, if I got my earplug, I'll just plug it in and listen. But you know what I mean. Keep the damn thing out of your face, out of your hand. Don't go to bed with it into bed with you and sleep with your damn phone so you can hear it. Don't do that. You can put it on the counter somewhere, but keep it away from you. Don't touch it. I'm being honest. And those Alexas that are in your house, your telephone, Alexa, and all of that stuff. You need to keep it out of your phone and all of that. Oh no, I'm getting. This is my baby girl right here. Uh, she's just had puppies a little while back, and her little, her little one now. We got another one in here, another female. She's she's pregnant right now, and this one's getting a break. But this is my baby girl right here. She's constantly comes up to me. If I'm gone too long, she's looking me up to kiss me. She has to kiss me every 20 minutes. She's a big lover. Oh yeah, yeah. Smart meters. You right? Like the ones outside. Yeah, I got one right outside, right in front of me where I'm sitting right now. There's one right out that wall. No joke. I'm up against the wall. It's right out that wall with a shield around it, but I still get some measurements from it. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen me do that, but I did the meter reading. I had 3 meters up there, that all 3 going off wide open because of that thing. Well, not all the time, but every time it was transmitting, it was right out the door. And I blocked off as much of it as I could. It's in a metal box, and around the metal box I put more and pointed it outward, so it wouldn't. Some of it, as much of it I could to keep from coming in the house. But anyway, folks, we've been talking a good while now, and I hope they leave us alone. The last video I did about all of the stuff that we were talking about in our Republic at the top, they made me take the song out of it because of copyright. Was older than hell to start with, and it was just something to hit you on. They might have left it alone, but I mean, they leaving the video up, but the song couldn't be up. So I took the music out, and they're leaving the rest of it alone, but they were singing "God Bless America," okay, and y'all know the song, but I had to take it down. But anyway, folks, y'all know where we're at. You know what we've been talking about. Even though we only had, the most people we had in here was 15. Y'all all know where we've been. Y'all know what we've been talking about. Y'all all know what I mean when I say what's been going on and what they're doing to us and why they're doing it to us and how come they're doing it to us and why won't they leave us alone? Why won't they let us be free? They don't want us to be free, folks. They're never going to give back what they've taken away. If they get something new on you every time, it's just something new the next time. And they're going to keep on until it's worse than anything can possibly be. And now they're talking about going to this, oh God, this Russian crap. It's just more propaganda. That's all. So it's up to us to free our country. And that's all I can say. There's other things I can say, but if I do, then the video can't stay up. You understand what I mean? So I have to watch what I say. More so than a lot of other people, like, Mark Dice and all them other guys that keep talking this stuff and they get to stay up. I can't do that. I just got off of restrictions in December. And that's no joke. And it was for nothing really. For something that I would have never thought that I would have got in trouble for. But I did. So with that, I just want to tell y'all, I do this. I don't have ads on my channel no more. And if there is an ad on my channel, It's not supposed to be there. I turned the ads off quite a while ago now. I mean, I still got the money market down thing down here in the bottom of the chat room where you can uh, donate money if you want to, but I don't. I'm not making money on the ads. Okay, I don't have ads on my channel. I don't have ads on my website, and my own. Now listen to this. My own AT&T, which is the gig up, the gig down, which has been doing a lot of stupid crap lately. Yeah, you're exactly right. So much for the First Amendment. You're exactly right. That's what's going on. But I I can't. I found out that my own website gets blocked by AT&T. Now I don't know how many more of y'all that can't go to my website, but down at the bottom underneath this video, there's a bunch of links. A lot of them go to my webpage. It doesn't say my webpage, and the reason why it doesn't say my webpage, because if it says my webpage, they won't work. So I got short URLs. Okay, they seem to work, but not as good as they used to. They don't work near as good as the ones that say Tattoo 1009. But there's one on here just above that one I showed y'all a few minutes ago about the Alexa ranking archive photo that's at the very bottom. Right above that actually says my webpage. It's the actual link to my webpage. It's to the very bottom in this website. And you can go there. Save it because they won't let you find it again. I'm only telling you that if you want to go there and look at stuff that's very important on that page. A lot of stuff about frequency, a lot of stuff about radio control, First Amendment, Second Amendment, the Act 1871, your constitutional rights, all kinds of stuff on there. Some of it has been tampered with. Some of it is missing because where they came from disappeared. It's getting harder and harder and harder to put something up to keep it up. I actually had to take the Act 1871, every one of the photos, and I had to go and archive them on that archive page just so they would stay up. And if you go to my YouTube page and go to community, the community page where you post comments and stuff, if you'll open up and read more, at the very bottom of the page, you'll see the Organic Act 1871, and every one of those pages that are there is the page of the Act 1871. I did that so it would stay up. It'd stay up until they took it down, which that hadn't happened yet, but they're getting to where in some places, like on the Wayback Machine, they're getting to where they're taking stuff down. So if they're doing it, somebody else is going to start doing it. Do you understand? So remember that. So I want to say much love to all of you. And I also want to say I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are not a democracy. We often hear the claims that our nation is a democracy. It wasn't the vision of the forefathers. They saw democracy as another form of tyranny. And that's the facts. Straight up facts. And me flying the flag upside down right here behind me, I wish I could take the color out of the picture and just be here. But I mean, I can do that, but I can't do it with these particular colors flashing. I got to have my green screen up behind me, and it's kind of hard to do in the house. I kind of don't do it no more. It's too much work. It's like you got to have a complete studio set up for that all the time with your computer, and I don't have that. But I wanted y'all to hear me say it one more time. because we are a republic. We're not a damn democracy. Democracy means mob rule. And that is a club, and you're not in that club. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. It doesn't matter. You're not in that club. You're not. You remember George Carlin that used to say, you're not in that club? Well, he was right. You're not in that club. And that club is the democracy club. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. Everyone in Congress, everyone in Senate, all Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter which people, they're all screaming democracy, are they not? And we're a republic. You understand? And so, Wolf, and that's funny. I like that. Uh, they are the ones that are taking your freedom. Anybody that, this is the way I feel. If they're going to talk to you about democracy and tell you about their great democracy, well, then they all need to pack up and go move to Russia and other countries, Mexico, Canada, all them other countries that want to have a democracy. Go live there. Leave our republic alone. That's the way I feel. So with that, much love to all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming and watching. Lord, God only knows that I can only do so much, and I can only get so many people here. And proud of Canada with their trucks, because they did get him to back down finally. Did want to mention that. But anyway, much love to all of you. I hope you listen. I hope you heard me. And you get the thoughts every time you hear the news media, every time you hear that stuff, write them a letter and send them a letter. We're a republic. We're not a damn democracy. If you say it again, I'm going to come whip your ass. Just start saying that. Maybe just maybe that'll work. They'll get scared to say democracy because we, the people, are tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. That's for damn sure. I hate that word. I literally hate that word. I hate it so bad that if I could take it out of the dictionary, slice it up into little pieces and burn it and make sure that it could never be written again, I would do so, but I can't. It's all up to everybody we know to start standing up for the truth and the real facts. So with that, much love. Y'all all have a wonderful day. And from my cold, dead hands, abolish corporate greed. And who's the corporate greed? The people that are controlling what you say, what you do. All of them people are in control. We are not. I'm 61, and I'm ready to fight with you. I've been working these bad boys hard. Just come back just a little while ago. So if I can do it, y'all can do it, and we can get it done. And that's a fact. Much love. You'll all have a wonderful day now. And thank you for coming yet again. Please share with everyone you know, please, because it don't do me no good to share